The current boxing aficionados, what they are saying is that perhaps we are not real, but the World Boxing Super Series gives any fighter the platform to prove what they truly are. There is no escape and the best fight the best. We cannot dodge anybody and they can't dodge us. Those who did not enter the tournament, they are suspect. Who are we talking about? James Degale. Suspect. Now the pressure and the spotlight should be put on those who are not involved in the Super Series. Groves came out and picked his opponent for a great domestic fight. Smith came out and picked Skoglund. Everybody is stepping up to the plate. Those are the words of Chris Eubank Sr. As far as I'm aware, James Degale is nursing an injury. That's why he wasn't available for the World Boxing Super Series. As far as I know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that injury is healed. Maybe he was talking about fighting somebody else around the same time that the World Boxing Super Series is due to start. But as soon as they asked him about the Super Series, he said, "Oh no, I'm injured." Perhaps he was using the injury as an excuse whenever it was convenient for him to do so. I don't know. I'm not saying he did do that. I'm not saying he didn't do that. If you know better than me, please fill me in the comment section. Also, another thing I'll say about the World Boxing Super Series is that the thing about tournaments is that you're not going to fight everybody in the tournament. And we all know, or we all should know, styles make fights. Let's say you make it to the final of the tournament. Let's say there are 8 men that enter the tournament and you make it to the final and you win the final. That doesn't necessarily mean that you would beat those 7 other men, all of them. You'd obviously beat some of them because you beat some of them to get to the final, but you didn't beat all of them. There's a few of them you didn't fight. You wouldn't necessarily beat them because styles make fights. So that's a critique, not really of, well, I guess it is kind of a critique of what Eubank Sr. is saying here. Although maybe he didn't really say what I'm trying to imply. But he's saying the best are going to fight the best. Yes, the best will fight some of the best. And there's no ducking or dodging. If you're good enough to get to the semi-finals, and then, you know, you're going to be fighting the other guy who's good enough to get to the semi-finals. So that is understood. But again, I guess what I'm saying, it's more of a critique of the tournament format. A league, a boxing league, would be a better way to find out who the best really is, by matching everybody against each other and making sure everybody has to fight. A league would be a more accurate way to ascertain who the best is. But maybe I'm nitpicking here. Let me know what you think in the comment section below about Mr. Eubank Sr., aka English, his comments here. What do you think about James Degale? Is he right about James Degale? Should he be viewed the same way that Lucien Boutte was viewed when he didn't enter the Super 6? As suspect? Should he be viewed like that? Maybe a lot of you believe he should be. Maybe Eubank Jr. deserves credit for entering and Degale has to be critiqued for not entering. Let me know what you think in the comment section, people. It's happening. I'm out.